Yo, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another trade recap. Today is Thursday the 6th, and unfortunately, it did not go our way. Honestly, these past two trading weeks have not, well, I guess the past last week was pretty bad as well. I'm not sure if you guys remember, but on my previous video, I mentioned that I was not going to trade and put capital on the table because I was going on vacation, meaning I wouldn't be in the right mindset. So I talked about all that in my last video, but unfortunately, I did not listen to what I preached, and I ended up trading. I had an awesome day on Monday. I believe it was Monday. No. I had an awesome day Friday morning. Yes, Friday morning, I took a trade, a fat trade, honestly. It was like $800 on both accounts. So it was first day of the trip was great, and honestly, I think that screwed me over for the rest of the week. Since I got that initial win, I was like, "F it, I can keep trading even though I'm on vacation." Whatever. Monday through Friday roll around, and I did not win a single trade. Both accounts got drained. Their balances went down to like $200, $300 in drawdown. And at that point, I was like, F it. I'm just going to risk the rest of my balance and try to get lucky. I got stopped out and immediately flipped my bias the other way. And somehow that trade hit for like $1,000 on both accounts. So, whatever. I get my balances up back to like $800, $700 in drawdown. And yeah, I keep trading, and today I ended up losing both of them. So let's get right into it. As always, we start on the higher time frame. So you guys can see this is the daily time frame. I went into the market expecting us to keep going lower since Asia and London sessions were bearish. As you guys can see, this daily candle we opened up and just have been dropping. Whatever. So I see that, and I also see all these volume imbalances, the yellow markings, and to me, those are magnets. We want to trade down there to fill out those imbalances in our current market conditions. And I also noted that equilibrium of this daily range was also overlapping with all these volume imbalances. So I really wanted to see price go lower, balance out the range, so we can continue higher and eventually take out all this low resting liquidity and all-time high. Moving on to the 4-hour. So for some reason, I committed to being bearish just from this daily chart, and I ignored all these 4-hour gaps, these bullish gaps that we could easily bounce off and go higher. I did note this 4-hour bearish IFG, but yeah, whatever. So yeah, I just wanted to go lower. I wanted this minor sell side to get tapped. Then moving on to the 1-hour, this kind of also pushed me towards a bearish, what's it called? Bearish bias, because we respected this SIBI right here, and that delivered us all the way to 29,359. And it looked like we were heading all the way down into this unmitigated busy and minor sell side. Yeah. And then here's just the 15-minute, all this low resting liquidity, buy side liquidity that I just ignored for some reason. And these are my notes. So on the daily, I mentioned the volume imbalances, and we're not in equilibrium of the range, and also that OTE aligns with the volume imbalances. On the 4-hour, oh, maybe I did ignore it. I said lots of busies for price to use to support. Bullish reversal can occur at any time. Next swing low is all the way down by the volume imbalance, so that would be an ideal price zone to trade to. On the 1 hour, it said no recent gaps from the most recent price leg. Busy plus minor sell side could see price reverse from here. So I was talking about this price zone right here, this blue box, and the minor sell side marking. Then I said, Civi, want to see price find resistance from the gap. So initially, I wanted us to go higher, sweep all of this, nice juicy stuff, and then go lower towards this minor sell side. Excuse me. But overall, I said higher time frame is bullish. However, I do expect a bearish retrace prior to trading higher to all-time high. I'm expecting lower price action today, but we are in a large high time frame liquidity void that we can easily reverse higher at any time. So opening up, we get a massive opening range gap of 260 points, and like I always preach, the direction we open up whenever we have this big of a gap, price is likely to continue in that same direction. So today we open up bearish, and that just added to my bearish sentiment. Yeah. And then not even 2 minutes later, I enter a silly trade that's not even my, my strategy. I just saw price open up and immediately flush all the way down, almost hitting, the minor sell side and the 1 hour busy. And I got an extreme case of FOMO. We created this first percent of fair value gap. So I said, F it. I'm not going to wait for a bearish IFG. I'm just going to do the old ICT method, place a limit in an unfilled fair value gap, get tagged in, and see price head in your direction. So that was what I was expecting to do. Yeah. And as you guys can see, we immediately get tagged in and get stopped out 1 minute into the trade, which unfortunately meant that my accounts were blown. And these were my notes. And that's it for the day. As you guys can see, it was pretty bad. It is what it is. Time to re-up on some new accounts. Hopefully get a nice win tomorrow, and then Sunday during Asia session, and be able to trade some actual funded accounts on Monday. That's best case scenario. Probably won't go that way, but hoping it does. That's it for this trade recap. I hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah. Peace out, bro.